What's up, guys? So I just picked up these two figures here. Well, actually it's three figures, but I just picked them up from the swap meet and they are really disgusting. So we have Sid Justice here, and yeah, look at that. He still has the spider webs and everything, and it's just so gross. Look at all that junk on him. So we're just gonna clean him up. I'm not gonna be doing any paint touch-ups or anything, but yeah, just gonna clean him up. And the other guy we have here is Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice here, he's the skewer one. You can see all the holes on him, but he's missing his head and the skewers and all that. So once again, I'm not really gonna restore him yet or anything. I just want to really clean him up. This is one that I had. I didn't have this one growing up, but I did have one of these ones growing up. Then last but not least, we have a Thumb Wrestlers Hillbilly Jim, and he is just awful. Just look at all that mess. So gross. Man, it's like he's been rolling around in mud. Look at that. Ugh. And let's check out his face. Look at all that. Jeez. Cannot wait to get him cleaned up. So let's get to it. So we're going to start off with Beetlejuice here. And what I'm using is a soft bristle toothbrush and some dish soap and warm water. That's it. Nothing too fancy. So with Beetlejuice's body type, he can move his legs up and down. So you want to make sure that you keep moving those legs, just because there's stuff in between and it can be kind of hard to get. And you definitely want to get everything that you can, because I mean, you don't know where these things may have been. I don't know where they may have been. All I know is that they were in a crate at the swap meet and there was just a bunch of stuff on them. Now with Beetlejuice, we also do have some holes for the skewers, and I'm just gonna keep brushing on the holes. That's really all I can do, is just try to get those bristles in there as much as I can. So I'm going to move on to the Mr. Perfect clone right here, Sid Justice. So Sid is made from a more rubber type material, and I noticed that oil will stick more to this than on the other plastic like Beetlejuice. So you definitely want to scrub a little bit harder with him. Now I don't really trust the paint that is on these guys, so I definitely want to be careful where there's a lot of paint missing, because I wouldn't want any of that to flake off. And Sid has a lot of detail, so we're going to have to do a bunch of passes on him with the brush. Alright, I think he's good for now. I'm going to let him dry a little bit, but then I'm going to have some more passes on him because I can still see more grime. Now I'm going to move on to what I like to call the main event, Hillbilly Jim. Now, Hillbilly Jim is probably the worst out of all of them. You saw the face. The face is just terrible. And his color, I mean, geez, this guy is really bad. And you can see right there, I mean, gosh, look, his arms already lightened up a little bit just by scrubbing them. And just the first few seconds, and he's already getting cleaned. Now, this oil is really, really on there, so this is definitely going to take even more passes than Sid Justice. Here he is after the first pass. Now, one thing with these thumb wrestlers is that they have a hole on their back, so we definitely want to make sure we get inside of there. Unfortunately, because it is a little bit difficult to get in there and see what's going on, we're just going to have to just keep scrubbing. And any chance I get, I'm going to be sticking this brush up his thumb hole. And I'm just going to keep brushing. So that way I'm just going to give it as many passes as I can in between. I'm not sure if it's going to be 100% in there, but I'll do my best. Okay, so pass number 2 was a little bit longer, so he's definitely getting much cleaner, as you can see. But there's still a lot of grime in the jean detail and the hat. Now, I am definitely going over and over again on these jean details because that's probably the hardest part to clean off on this guy. There's just way too many wrinkles and whatnot, so I'm just going nuts in those areas. But there is one spot where, again, paint is coming off, so I'm definitely being more careful on that part. I wouldn't want any more of the paint to flake off. Basically, I'm just scrubbing and rinsing him, then checking to see if there's any more of that oil and going back at it with the brush. Then there's spots like his face that has a lot of detail, so you really want to get in there, so you might want to push down on the brush a little bit. Again, I'm using a soft brush, so a lot of these spots I might miss. Alright, well, here's Beetlejuice and Sid Justice, and they look really, really nice. I think Sid Justice just needs a little bit more underneath his fist over here, a little bit more cleaning. But other than that, he's looking really, really good. That's nice, and he's also kind of soft now. So there's Sid Justice. Beetlejuice, same as his pants. Look at that. Man, that is like a really nice lime green, and his hands are nice and white. So yeah, so that came out really nice, and I really love cleaning figures because I love seeing them really messed up, and then see them see their color pop back. And speaking of having their color come back, there's Hillbilly Jim right there. Holy crap, look at the red, look at the blue. He is looking awesome. Look at that. He is display worthy now, and his face. Look at that face. Man, he looks awesome. So, yeah, so that cleaning really did wonders for Hillbilly Jim here. And I got one more thing. So the surprise is that this Hillbilly Jim is actually going to go to Dan Classic. So, buddy, I got this for you. He is display worthy. You don't have to mess with him or anything. So I am giving you Hillbilly Jim as much as I want him. You can have him. And same with Sid Justice. These are yours. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.